What's up, guys? Master Styles here. Welcome you back to Inside Gaming, your go-to source for all things Eternal Evolution. And today, game's been updated. It's been a while since I've been back over here on Eternal Evolution. Of course, to cover two other games, but for today, we're gonna take a look at the events. Not really much, it's third week. We also have Hyperdimensional Link. This is where you get your free Smith memory disc, and again, Smith is one of the boys, so super breakthrough for him, and maybe an awakening, because Jaina got super breakthrough, then she got an awakening, so maybe. But I think the biggest thing about all of this is, let's take off 3 here and see what the numbers are looking like. So in a bit, I'll talk about what they should do for the divine prototype realm, right? Or if that's the correct word, I'll correct it when we get to that point, right? But let's just see what 3 looks like. What are the numbers looking like, right? So for this one, for the increase, your damage increase, you would get 36% for 3. So you're giving up 72 for 36. So it's basically half of what you would have gotten. What about the healing and shielding? Because I already have it here. Healing and shielding reduction will go up to 64%. That is crazy. What? This is the biggest thing that happened in this update, right? Because now this changes the game a lot, because now, before we go, actually let's put that back on there, because we're gonna end up going into Twilight Lands anyways. I kind of want to try it though, but I'm giving up 3. Fine, I'll do it. I like the white though. The white looks clean, right? So we'll do it. We'll do 1 here. I still have some, now I'm back. Now I'm gonna go back to having to switch prototypes, but at least now we can run one of these maybe, and some crit rate, maybe crit damage. Actually, we'll do this one, because it's not on any one of them, right? And we have an extra one, so we'll infuse this one and put it there, right? And just have it on there, looking clean with the whites, right? Of course. So there we go. I do have 3 of these, but I don't want to do that. I'm definitely not doing that one there. We could also do crit rate, because I have 2 there and 3, 1 energy, and energy doesn't really, yeah, they do need it. Does the tanks really need that? Nah, I'm gonna need y'all to come up off that, my boy. Let's take this. Actually, we'll keep it like this. It's tough. And I need this one, right? Yeah. So wait, I thought that was 3. What happened? Oh, because I added it. Okay, there it is. So now we're shining now, right? So let's do that, and we'll have 3 platinums, right? AKA legendaries, and that's what we're looking like, right? That looks clean, right? So again, we'll run that there. I think this is probably one of the bigger updates they had in a while. They don't really have much going on, but this is something new, because this changes the gems themselves. So one update I would love them to do, since they decided that they want to go up to a next level, they need to add yellow in here, right? Every 30 you pull, you should get a shot at yellow. Just saying, because it will only make sense. Giving us what, purple still? Nah, we need to see it's not in there. They need to add yellow to this. So yellow should now be at 3.2%, and then you can slide the purples down to 15, and then go down and down lower, right? Because it's hard enough to get yellow. And I think another thing that they need to fix, which is this one too, the pyramid event, this needs to become red, right? And then this would be a random yellow, right? And then when we go deeper into it, let me see if I can find it here. No, not that. Where's the deeper part? Yeah, when we get to later on, right? You see how this one around round 2, this should become a selected yellow. And of course, the top one would still be a red, because again, you have to, if you're gonna update the gems themselves, you need to update the events. Giving me a yellow box here doesn't really do much for me, because now I would have to do 12. I would need 12 of these yellow boxes just to get 1 platinum. versus if you gave me 3 red ones, that's 3 events, right? You push all the way up to that, then I could potentially get 1 platinum, right? Just saying, that's just a change that I would love to see there. Let's go do the summons here. I think I have everything I need. There was one thing I wanted to switch over here. I was working on, what was I working on? Let me go back and look before I move on, because I completely forgot that there's something here that I wanted to work on. It's not that one. Tanks, and I feel like we're gonna get a new hunter. Did we get one? No, it's been a long time, so we're gonna end up getting a new hunter. I need the bow in there. Make sure it's in there. That was the one that I was thinking about, because we need that bow. See, it's not in there. What do we remove? We don't need. Let's see. What do we not need? I think we don't need this. The Vanguard one. I think it's 4 slots. I have to check. Give me a second here, and I'll figure that out. All right. So it was the bow. I was correct. Well, the first slot one, because there's 2 bows, right? Shift. I think that's what it's called. But let's go here. I just think that they should just make that change, because it's gonna take you a lot just to get to that point. So we got our first one there. Can we get 2 more? A double would be beautiful. Give me a double, right? Let's see. We need one right here. If not, it's gonna be hard. Okay, so we get the Phantom, 1 for Phantom Cloak and 1 for the Vanguards. Got 43 here. It's gonna be a reach. Tomorrow we'll get the 1 for Holy Line contract. 10 there. No, it's not 10. I think it's like 40. Final pull, and well, we tried, right? Another 3. Let's just do these single 3 here right now. Why not? Since we're already here, just to get the numbers even. And that's that for the pulling, right? We got 2. We'll end up getting another one once we get the resources we need. And we get this one. This is going up 1, which I should have removed this one too. This one should have been removed since it's already 4 slots. You kind of want to get the other ones up. Okay, so this one need 1 more to get to 5 slots. That's huge for the assassins, right? And another thing, so this one here, right, which is Soul Flare. I seen someone run 2 energy teams. It's pretty good, and it was actually tough for me to beat, because again, actually I'll show it to you guys here. I can pull it up. Let's go into, get out of my way here and go back to my history here. Let's see. No, that's defense. We want to be on offense. Here, let's put it up for you right here. I can't really show it to you, but it was tough, right? Because again, you only get to run 3 teams, and I had to face 2 energy. And what team was I gonna put against this energy team? So he was running Maz, right, for the 6th hero, of course, and then he ran all Atlas. So he had Take, Kara, also with Alistar, Akai, and Nord, right? Can we see it here? We can't see it, but he actually had a decent amount of investment when it came to that solar flare there. Yeah, so keep that in mind if you want to run 2 energy team. It's possible. This is what it looks like. And on the other side, he was running the Terran units. You already have a Wake of 7 Jaina, and kudos to you for running 2 energy team. It actually stopped me for a little bit, because again, the summons themselves can find a way to win. Maybe I could have put my summoners against them, but I still don't know if we would have been able to beat that one. Because again, if I put my summoners versus the Atlas team, then I would have to put my tanks against the summoners, which they probably could have beaten. Well, we'll face this team again, and I'll figure it out. 2 energy teams, love to see that, right? It's a little bit different. It's not every day you get to see 2 energy teams, right? A lot of investment into his energy unit. So let's actually go into Twilight Lands. Wait, we actually get another. Okay, so we can go do it there. I forgot about the Twilight Lands piece. They still needed put astral tickets in here. So we get the bow. All right, it's looking like it's hunter season again, and we also get impulse of annihilation, and I think that's a hunter prototype. Try beholder. Yeah, this is hunter related. Don't really use this one. Like, I don't use this one. I shouldn't tell you that you shouldn't. I'm just saying I don't. Right? Why did they start me at 18 again? I never understand that. Why do I need to start at 18? Let's see what they have for the past. They have shift plume. I actually need that. I do need that, actually. And what do you get for the top 5? It's going to be hunter related. Oh, tanks. Interestingly enough. So a new tank could be potentially coming in a couple of weeks, right? Yeah, maybe about a month from now. A new tank would be here. Interesting. I'd have to go back and look at my video to see what the other one was for the top 5 with a fusion chip. But I've already said that this here should be a selector box. So if you want a prototype, you get the prototype for the veterans players, or you can get the fusion chip. For this one here, we already know. I want to go. Well, I can't even do it. Is it 18-4? Yeah, we'll just take whoever y'all have. What do I have here? 28? Do I really need all of that? No. I want to see if energy can do it here, right? I wish there's no way to just clear everything. No. So I don't need you. That I know for sure. I also don't need you or you, right? I'm just looking at the faces. Nord maybe, yes. You I don't need. You I don't need. I'm just going through it. And Sam, yeah, no Vanguards. Energy. And you could stay. You and you I don't need. Okay, so we're down to 18. We dropped 10. Do I have all the energy units? I didn't pick the new girl. I just seen that. I didn't pick her. She's right here. All right, let's go. Let's see where could we use energy. Is great here. Let's try energy over here. Right? Let me pull up these energy units. I know I can use Team Annihilation. I know I can also use what's his name? Kara, right? Which would be easy to blow through all of this. So I want to try out the new hero to see if she can help here. This is fine. And just see, because energy, no, I'm not using no support. Leave me alone. The supports will just take this out too easily, right? So let's just see how she is here, how she aids the team. Granted, it is Awakened 10 Sakai, so you already know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a quick one here, right? Yeah. Let's actually, no, I was gonna skip to 19, but I wanted to go to 18-4 because I feel like that's a bottleneck for a lot of people. And again, I want to help you, right? Serves no purpose if I just easily run through this. But yeah, they're just gonna destroy this. Like I said, the biggest part of all of this is just waiting for the spiderlings to sum up, just summoned. And yeah, that's just why this one's taking that long. Once the spiderlings come online, they pretty much get cooked, and that's why this one is taking that long, right? So I'm still not seeing the support hero damage. I thought she would be doing some decent amount of damage, but I guess not. So there we go, final set of spiderlings, and the boss is dead. Spiderlings are dead. Very simple, right? What's the next one? Okay, this one is another one that energy should be able to beat, right? A lot of these bonds, energy would work well against them, especially this one. This one won't even be a problem because even if the boss happens to get off their big move, it's just gonna hit into the light barriers, and that's why Miranda was so great here. Oh, this is the Vanguard one. Oh, that's what it is. I completely forgot about that. So for the Vanguard one, this is where people get stuck, right? The obvious answer here, right? It's clear as day, is Team Annihilation, right? Very, very, very obvious here, right? So that's just the obvious answer. So what happens if you don't have Sakai, right? You don't have Alistar, and you do have Amat, and you have Daisy, because everybody pushes that, right? How do you beat it? And I think this is where it gets really interesting. So if I don't have the ability to use those two, right? Because again, Alistar brings the protection and also the damage increase, right? That's why he's really there. And how could I forget the constant ultimates, right? You're constantly popping ultimates, and especially on a stage like this where energy regen is low, you want somebody like Alistar to give you that energy regen. So now that I'm thinking about energy regen, one person that came to my mind, I'm about to let me start this so I can just set this up and back out. See, he already took a big chunk of damage already, as you can see out the gate. You've seen that. So for me, it may be a lot easier. So I'm thinking here and here. That's my thought process. Going back to serve, not her. Actually, who I'm looking for is a support. Alu. Reason why I'm going with Alu is because Alu actually gives you energy regen when your summon units die. I'm gonna see if I can pull that out for you guys where it says that. Nope, not you. Never know that. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. But going back to the summoners, right? Let's see if we can see where it says that for Alu. I think it's passive. Is it passive? Right, it's here. I know that it's here. Not quite sure what ability does that gives you back energy regen when you're here it is. This is what so it says when allied summon creature die, their summoners restore 2% max HP and 10 energy. It's not a lot, but when a large summon creature die, this effect multiplied by 3. And I think we can even take out serve. Let's just see how we'll take out serve for right now and run Dora because we want the damage increase, just to see how the survivability is going to be, because again, you still need 3 units within the circle. If not, the boss is going to pop all your heroes here. So let's just see how it goes. Again, it's different for me because, and also don't forget to turn off Akai because we want that constant area damage. For me, it's a little bit different because my units, you're not gonna die. So for you, it may be a little bit tougher, right? Yeah, see, we're basically done at that point. At this point, it's pretty much over. But again, I want to help you, especially because I look at my own server and I see that this becomes a bottleneck for most people. But am I helping my competition? Sure, let them catch up. I'm still gonna end up beating this anyways. But again, what if you don't have Akai, right? Just saying, just going off of that, I assume that you should have at least that. Can the summon? We'll do it this way, right? We'll just see if the summoner team themselves can beat it. Take out Akai and still see if it's the same. But the Vanguards, they could, right? My Vanguards themselves, yes. So see, now we're gonna get energy back really fast here because of Alu, but I think running Alu would be the way to go because you get the energy back because of the low energy regen on this map is what it is. But I think that is that there. See, we're gonna run through it even faster because we now have serve, and of course Amat's going to do big damage. So I'm gonna stop it one more time, right? So if you don't have your Amat at Awaken, no, let's get rid of that. Keep that fade out. Get that fade out of here. If you don't have your Amat at Awaken 7 or higher, I suggest that you do, right? Obviously Daisy, you want to get her to Awaken 3, around there, right? Let's keep that in mind. I'm so confident that I'll just skip it, right? Nobody's gonna die Not really worried about that, and we'll move on. Right. The next one that I'm just gonna run through these ones real quick. We'll go to Team Annihilation just to see how they'll do here. Kind of want to see Team Annihilation in action and see how long it'll take them to clear through this, right? I keep forgetting I have to turn off Akai. That's the most annoying thing. I wish they would just do that at the start of battle. That's something that we've been asking for a very long time. So I can set up my abilities here when my ultimates are cast, right? If I want it on auto or not on auto, I could just turn it off. This is what you should see before the battle starts. You know, they give you that screen that says, hey, you are missing something. This screen should be there too. Put a little bit above or underneath or something where you can turn on whatever you want before the fight starts, especially in Twilight Lands. But sometimes the units will get cooked early. I'm like, dude, if I could have just turned off that ability, it would have changed the fight. But a lot of suggestions in this video. Hope the devs are listening. So for this one, we'll go, let's try the tank one because it's probably the more difficult fight. Yeah, you know, just spice it up a little bit. No, I was wrong. No, it's not. It's really not. Really not. Thought it was. All right, so this one here, this one here, right? This is another one. And then after this, we'll come back, right? We'll go into 19. I think 19 is also another wall. We'll go through all the walls, right? So we'll go through this one here. So what happens, right? What happens if this time you're like, okay, you know, it's day one. I already used my reset. I lost my Daji. I lost my Amat. But I have my Alistar. I have my Akai. And I also have my Sakai. No, I lost my Sakai too. Yep. We're gonna take Sakai out. How do I beat this? How could I beat this? We're gonna have to kick it old school here, right? But I have Connor, right? If I have Connor, I'm in a good setting right now. I'm in a good spot. So I have Connor, right? But again, I don't have access to Carriolis and I don't have access to Jaxity. How do I beat this? Because again, I want to see, like, how can I beat this without having those heavy units, right? The biggest thing here is the damage coming out. Connor, I'll switch him over to the bug gear here, of course. And you could just kick it old school, man. Sometimes you just have to take it old school, right? Just constantly pumping res into Connor. And we already have, the only problem here is that Connor will probably throw the units around. So I kind of want to put them in the front so he can be in the circle of this guy. So who else could we bring? I want to bring, but I still have my Carriolis, right? Generalist. Ooh, no. Wait. I'm thinking here. We have a support, because I'm trying to get that generalist bonus. We have support, energy, hunter, tank, and yeah, I know it's a crazy team. It is. We can use a summoner, or we already have a support. We can't really use a support. I'm trying to get that generalist bonus. Maybe we'll bring him. I just feel like he's gonna get packed up though. But we're gonna lean towards this. Kind of want to keep this here because it has all of these bonus stuff here. Yeah, we'll keep that. We'll just see what we can do, right? Let's just see what we can do here. Because again, we don't have those big heavy units, and of course, my biggest problem here is what's his name? Rez, get inside the circle, please. And where's this one? This one again. But I think having Akai, right? He's already on auto, which is great somehow, some way, right? But Connor with who's doing the other damage here? Connor's doing well. Wish you had summoners. Who has summons? Nobody has summons, so nobody's going to die. But look at how much damage Dorgon did. Dora, there it is. How much damage Dora did. Of course, Connor's gonna cook here. But again, I did use Connor. So that no. No, that's not gonna help you. Now I'm thinking about it. That's not gonna help you because if you don't have Connor at that level, it's not going to help you. So how do we beat this without using an SP? Right? How do we beat this without having an SP? That's a great question here. So let's go this way. We go energy, right? We can use Nord. We can also use Cariolis. So we have Kara, and now we're gonna put Nord in there, right? This is gonna be the team, and we'll put the kicking it old school again, same plugin. He also has bug gears. I think he does too, right? Can we beat it? We have a lot of protection coming from Alistar here. I kind of want him in the front. Let's just do this because I realize that, yeah, you're beating it because you're using A10 Connor. Let's not use no SP here and see. All right, no support, no. Well, it's fine. The support's there. It's fine because again, we need that additional help. I was just thinking about that. We do need that, but what's his name is outside of the circle. But either way, it's still going by fast. So again, it's doable, right? It is doable with just having Nord and also Akai's. And this is why I say Alistar is so good. Alistar is one of those heroes you need. But again, I'm hoping this helps. That's why I moved away from the A10 Connor, because it's like some people do and some people don't, right? If you don't, this is another way. This is a team here. You can always put Rez. Rez you should have. You're going to build him out over time anyways. Soon he'll get to SB10, Awaken 10, and Max Evolutions for free, right? Just playing through Rez over time. So there you go. That's another team that beat it. I removed the SPs because again, it's just not there. And if you're getting stuck on 19-10, then we'll make a video about it. You gotta let me know fast because again, I'm gonna go through it. I need to go through all this stuff today, so I don't even think I'm gonna do 19-10 because I need to be at a certain point. So you're gonna probably have to wait till the next Twilight Lands. So again, hopefully, I'm hoping that helped you with those two bottlenecks, right? Eventually they just become pain points versus bottlenecks. You'll run through them very easily. Just continue to work on. I think the biggest part about all of this now is just focus on, well, let's go back. So long to go back. Focus on building out your gems, right? Team Annihilation is a great team to start with. As you can see here, this is how this is going to look going forward. I think I need to put one here because I just removed it. It has nothing. And a good one here is this, right? I could do the triple. Wait, let me look at the Vanguard one because I think the Vanguard is missing a lot. Yeah, it needs one of these, and so does my Assassins. But since I'm not using them in Hell Arena, I just decided to remove them. I don't want to make that mistake. So see, they're running all of that. That needs to be split up. Move this. This goes here. And yeah, because I'm also thinking of Interstellar. That's kind of the other thing there. But I feel like a lot of people are going to be running these Platinums here. But the Platinum look good, though. Not going to lie. I love to see it. But if you made it this far in the video, the word of the day is Platinum. Because now we have Platinum. And I would love for them to do that update to... Actually, speaking about it, I completely forgot to do it. Let's just do the 10 pull here. And I should have changed out the ones that I said I was supposed to change. But what do we get? We get Shift Bloom. Okay, sure. We'll take it. And then 2 more. We'll do 2 more, right? We already have the resources. Let's do it. And we get nothing, which is okay. And then we'll even it out, of course. And this is where you should be getting, instead of it being, yeah, random yellow, right? It should be. You should be getting a random yellow at 30. Every 30 pulls, you get a random yellow, which would open up the pool a lot. There's no guarantees, but at least you know it, because it's kind of like when you pull on these banners. Well, not this one, actually. Let me pull it up here. Let me buy this because I completely forgot. Like this one, you get a random elite at 30. Should be the same thing for this. You get a random yellow at 30. Just an improvement I would love for them to do. But if you're new around here and you want guides, updates, walkthroughs, of course, tier lists is coming. Just got to get back to it, right? This is a channel you want to subscribe to. For those that are rocking me, let me know down in the comments how you felt about the walkthrough for 18-4 and 18-7. Without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Till the next video, peace.